Got everybody, Moses? Okay. All right. Good afternoon. I'm Rich Gaitis, Executive Director of the Office of Emergency Management Communications. The last few days, our city has been faced with many challenges that we will get through together. City of Chicago will once again temporarily restrict access to the downtown area this evening and overnight beginning at 9 p.m. until 6 a.m. tomorrow morning. The Emergency Operations Center here at OEMC is coordinating efforts with various city departments and sister agencies on the response to the looting and the storm damage. City will be deploying once again more than 100 infrastructure assets citywide that will be strategically positioned by the Chicago Police Department to protect neighborhood commercial corridors and critical businesses such as grocery stores and pharmacies. The restricted access to the downtown area is not a curfew. All residents, workers, and employees whose businesses are located downtown will have access at all times. As part of the restricted access, the same closures will be in effect overnight as were last night. The only change is the restrictions will be activated at 9 p.m. Yesterday afternoon, the city of Chicago experienced a severe thunderstorm, and the National Weather Service has indicated there was a strong possibility that an EF1 tornado with approximate wind speeds of 107 miles per hour touched down in Rogers Park. OEMC alerted residents of the approaching storms throughout the day via Notify Chicago alert notification system and is currently coordinating all cleanup efforts with various city departments, agencies, and infrastructure utilities. Outdoor warning sirens were activated at approximately 3:48 p.m. OEMC worked directly with the National Weather Service and various city Chicago public safety and infrastructure departments to alert residents and respond to the aftermath. As of 3 p.m. today, the 311 call center reported 8,859 service requests regarding downed trees, traffic signals out, and storm-related damage. The 911 center received 559 calls regarding downed wires as well. OEMC agency coordination is as follows. Department of Water Management provided trucks to forestry. CDOT is coordinating traffic signal outages. Street and Sanitation is providing a full response with high lifts, forestry teams, and ward superintendents. Chicago Fire Department provided a helicopter for damage assessment with an OEMC emergency manager. ComEd is coordinating efforts to restore current outages through a representative here in the EOC and has assigned 115 crews to Chicago. They will provide an update in a few minutes. The National Weather Service is on site completing damage assessment and coordinating with OEMC. OEMC will continue to update the storm damage and cleanup, as well as monitor weather conditions. To receive emergency alerts for updates on street closures and public transportation, subscribe to Chicago's text or email alert system at notifychicago.org, or follow the Office of Emergency Management and Communication on Facebook and Twitter at Chicago OEMC. Now I'd like to introduce First Deputy Dwayne Hightower from the Department of Street and Sanitation.
Thank you, Executive Director. Good afternoon. I am Dwayne Hightower. I'm the First Deputy Commissioner for the Department of Streets and Sanitation. Through the Bureau of Forestry, the Department of Streets and Sanitation is committed to keeping residents safe and roads clear after a storm through our Bureau of Forestry. The Department of Streets and Sanitation has received over 3,500 tree emergency calls, and the department has cleared hundreds of those trees. The worst of the damage was in Rogers Park, where the tornado touched down. However, our crews are out in all 50 wards across corners of the city to clear storm damage. The Department of Streets and Sanitation is able to do this work because of the help and support of the Department of Water Management, the Department of Transportation, who are providing us with additional equipment, and the Chicago Park District, who are allowing us to store debris there until we can clear it. I would like to thank our Department of Streets and Sanitation crews that they are working 16-hour shifts. I know the days are long, but you are helping to keep the residents of Chicago safe. We will work diligently until all of the requests are cleared. Thank you. At this time, I would like to introduce First Deputy Commissioner Tom Carney with the Department of CDOT.
Thank you, Dwayne. So just would like to touch on what CDOT has done. We work very closely with our fellow colleagues here OEMC, and Streets and Sanitation. As Dwayne referenced, we did provide equipment support on tree removal efforts, but the bulk of our involvement has to do through our Division of Electrical Operations. At this time, we've received 375 reports of downed wires and poles. We've also received 79 reports of traffic signals impacted due to the storm. We had extra crews brought in yesterday so that we could immediately start work on those emergent situations. Today, there's been over 25 crews. They are assigned to a 12-hour shift, and we will stay on it until all these various service requests have been completed. The biggest thing I'd like to touch on is the safety component to all this. To residents, if you see a downed wire, please report it immediately to 311. Do not take steps to try and touch that or move that wire. Both pedestrians, bicyclists, and those in vehicles, if you encounter an intersection where the signals are flashing red, please proceed with all due caution as you navigate through that intersection. And lastly, this goes for motorists out there. They see our crews working, not only our crews, but the other crews from Streets and Sand. Please use caution as you pass through those work zones. The employees are doing their best, working hard, and we want to make sure everyone goes home safe. So if you encounter workers out there in the public way, please proceed with caution. We will continue our efforts until all these various service requests are completed. And we thank the public's patience as we work through this. At this time, I'd like to introduce Brandy Kanaz from the First Deputy from the Department of Family and Support Services.
Good afternoon. I'm Brandy Kanazi, First Deputy Commissioner for the Department of Family and Support Services. For residents needing access to resources for seniors, including well-being checks and to-go meals, contact 311. We have 20 senior centers that are offering to-go box lunches from 10:30 a.m. to 1 p.m. every day, in addition to our senior community service centers. Through communication with our seniors through robocalls and our home delivered meals programs, we are ensuring that seniors are safe. Seniors that use medical equipment that require electricity, please call 311 to report an outage. All residents of Chicago have a role to play in this effort, which is why we're asking you to check on your neighbors and your family members. If you're unable to contact those residents, please call 311 and we will arrange a well-being check. In addition to services for seniors, the city has 6 community service centers that are open Monday through Friday from 9 to 5 every day. If you need any assistance for other services, we're happy to assist. Next, we will hear from Melissa Washington, Senior Vice President from ComEd.
Thank you very much, and good afternoon, everyone. As Rich started out, we've experienced a very severe and a very devastating storm, wind gusts in our territory greater than 80 miles per hour. Those same wind gusts is what we've seen territories in the East experience most recently through hurricanes and tropical storms. When you have that type of experience with the wind gusts, it leaves a lot of devastation, a lot of physical destruction, and that's what our entire territory has experienced. We have had over 800,000, nearly 900,000 of our customers throughout the territory out of service at the peak. And we've been able to restore greater than 60% of those customers in a very short period of time. That restoration is really relied on the investments that we've made to ensure that we can get people back up as quickly as possible. But it's also ensured that we were able to avoid outages. You know, obviously, when you have a lot of outages like you're experiencing now, you start to get a lot of phone calls from people, and they talked about the sag and the voltage. The lights thought that they were going to go out, and then they darkened a little bit and came right back on. That's the system actually self-healing and switching you so that you can avoid an outage, and that's been very important during this time. We are working to get the rest of the customers back on the system and restored as quickly as possible. We have provided an estimated restoration time out there. The times that we've put out there, I just want to clarify, some people have seen estimates of Saturday. That estimate, to put it in context, is the latest that the last customer would be restored. We have over 800 crews out there working. We're expecting 1,500 additional mutual assistant members to continue to join crews, and they've started throughout the day today, and then you'll see more tomorrow. We're still working to get more crews on the ground so that we can expedite that restoration. Restoration is happening now, and you will see the vast majority of our customers come online by Friday, and then others will trickle in by Saturday. So please do not mistake to think that everybody will be back on service totally, everyone, later than Friday, Saturday, and that's not the case. We are focused on restoring those life and health safety customers first, to make sure that we take care of them. If there's senior citizens buildings out, if there's hospitals out without backup generation, we are focusing and prioritizing those. We're continuing to assess and put crews on damage, so people are being restored now. Tomorrow morning, you will be able to get a better estimate of your specific outage and restoration times, and you will be able to reach out to us on our outage map, and also calling 1-800-EDISON-1 to make sure that you're reporting your outages. And again, we have the tools available for you to get an update. This is a very devastating lots of physical damage, done. So it will take some time to restore all of that physical damage. You've heard about forestry and the trees that they've had down, trees from the roots. And again, this has affected the entire territory, but we are diligently working to restore as many customers. As I mentioned, within our territory as well as within the city, we've restored 60%, and we're working towards getting to 70% this evening and continuing progress from there. I'll turn it back over to Rich.
Thank you, Melissa. And the footage that we're actually showing here on the screen is from the path of the tornado. We had the Chicago Fire Department helicopter up this morning assessing the damage with the Office of Emergency Management and Communications emergency manager. So the footage that you're seeing here is some of the damage that the tornado caused. And now we'll open up for some questions.
Sure. I saw a bunch of semi-trucks in the UIC parking lot on Reed down the street, and they say Storm Mobile Housing. I don't know if anybody here knows what these are. Have you seen them?
Storm Mobile Housing?
Storm Mobile Housing, yeah.
Where was it at?
UIC's parking lot, Harrison.
Yeah, I heard somebody was storing something over there, but I'm not aware of what that may be, but let's take a look at it.
Do we have reports of anybody who can't stay at home because of something that happened during the storm or the big fire?
We have no reports of that happening in the city that I've been made aware of, but we're constantly checking out the system, whether through 311 or 911, to hear of anything that may come up of a serious concern to us. Also communicating back and forth with some of the aldermen that have been more directly, their wards have been more directly affected. We're communicating back and forth with them at any critical facilities within the ward.
Are you guys working in tandem with ComEd to fix the power issues?
Oh, yeah. So ComEd has been a good partner here in the city of Chicago with Office of Emergency Management and Communications in particular. They have a representative that is here, assigned here really full-time, but we have representation in our Emergency Operations Center right now assessing the damage citywide. For Chicago in particular, we had about 160,000 residents that were affected. I think we're down somewhere around 60,000 right about now. And so we're actively pursuing to get that down as close to zero as we can in the quickest manner. All right. Any other questions? No? All right, I guess we're good. Everybody have a good rest of the day. Stay safe, and see you next time. Thank you.
These photos, are you going to show them anywhere else?
This is the only place that we have them up and available at the moment. I mean, why don't you talk to Mary about it, and we'll see if we can assist with something, okay?